Ireland perhaps standing on the verge of history, but make no mistake, this All Black side might be new and fresh-faced, but they are still mighty, mighty opponents. And Andrew Mertens gets us underway. High, long click into the arms of Anthony Foley, who captained Ireland against Samoa here last Sunday. Fullback. Picked up by Maxwell. Enormous tackle by Eric Miller. Ireland have conceded the penalty, but Miller making his intentions clear from the outset. Terrific tackle from Miller.
Well, it was rather unfortunate because not only did he make the tackle, but he spilled the ball as well against Norm Maxwell.
Foley bearing down. This is Richie McCaw, the debutant. Major out to Howlett. Stretching his 6'8" frame to its limit and allowing string of this opportunity. Horgan's underneath it. It's terrific take by Richie McCaw. Lomu at scrum half, Mertens where he ought to be at fly half. String bean stringer, no real contest. Collected by McCaw. And this is Mertens looking to open it up. Tries to find space, but it's occupied by Shane Horgan. O'Driscoll is up in support on his right. He doesn't need him. Foot into touch just. We can only assume that Shane Horgan there said, hang on a minute, give me another 5 minutes and then we'll have a look.
He still looks a little gingish on it, doesn't he? And I guess that with the cool down of the 10-minute half-time period, he wants to see can that warm up again and see can it loosen out. And I think everybody, most Irish players in this ground, certainly want to see him stay on the park.
Rarely has Lansdowne Road belted out the fields of Athenry with such gusto at the start of the second half. Warren Gatland, what is he thinking at the moment? That's the All Black 22, Humphreys. O'Driscoll, tackled by Major. Balls come loose, Lomu, McDonald, just happy to clear at the moment.
Well, they did well to win that because, and this is what he's been picked for, but Richard McCaw was lightning quick onto that loose ball. With a blink of an eye, that ball had been distributed and turned what was a dangerous position from a New Zealand perspective into a potential attacking option for them.
To drop those kinds of goals on the run as well. He didn't need to wait. Half stride, bang, 3 more points. Hickey half thinks about the run, inside to Wood. Now if he could score from the halfway line. Hammered to the floor by Richie McCaw, the open side flanker. And I think New Zealand have stolen this from the Men in Black, the original Men in Black. No Hollywood imitation. This lot charged down almost by Richie McCaw. And these are early days for Richie McCaw, and he's following in a pretty decent line of succession Michael Jones and Josh Kronfeld, but he looks busy, doesn't he?
He looks very, very busy. He's really come from nowhere, and quite a lot of controversy back in New Zealand around his selection, uncapped player. But certainly very quick about the park, got a good pair of hands, and he's not there for nothing.
Crunching down on his ribs. Ireland having to do the hard yards in defence though. And again the All Blacks conceding the penalty. But they know that for the first time in the match, the clock is on their side. And Howlett on the wing. Let's see what they do with this. Amanga to Lomu off the wing. Now we need some big tackles. Oh, Dempsey was terrifically brave. Halted the momentum. Still the dangers there. And the All Blacks diving in. And the man who deserves a military medal is Gervin Dempsey. Humphreys. Maggs coming in on the crash ball. Almost beat the tackle of Richie McCaw.
Well, Ireland need to get their line out working. It's been a little bit rocky for the last 20 minutes of this half. Need a good one.
McCaw, the man of the match. Humphreys again. This time he gets the ball away with a little more comfort, and that will do. They came so close to doing something no one has done in nigh on 100 years, Ireland, and beat the All Blacks. They were ahead at half-time and people began to wonder, but in the second half the All Blacks forced their way back into it, and John Mitchell's side in their first test showed their mettle. Thorne, Howlett, Major, Lomu and Hewitt with all those tries in the second half. Eric Miller scored one late on for Ireland and for Warren Gatlin's team, but no disgrace. A terrific performance by Ireland, but the All Blacks are still there to be beaten. Final score here in Dublin: Ireland 29, New Zealand 4.
Ian Smith, Murray Mexted and Grant Nisbet.
Super 12 form has very much thrust Daniel Carter into the limelight. The young Crusader gets his chance at the top level tonight. He forms an exciting partnership with Spencer and Umanga and gets the chance to impress too as a goal kicker. All Black scrum as Spencer moves it back inside to Daniel Carter. Gets his first test. A touch in the test is ground as Devine sends it wide for Carter, and that's a nicely struck, powerful left foot. Tom Shanklin struggling. He's not going to get away from Rokafoko, and in the end a hurried clearance from Rhys Williams.
Strung, well, they've had ball but they haven't strung it together. They've only had 36%.
Spencer once more to Carter, got rid of Jarvis. Good burst by Carter, still going. 5 or 6 metres short, now only a couple. For Spencer. Now Rokafoko coming quickly. This could be awkward for Wales. It's awkward for everybody at the moment. And Carter flips it back to Rokafoko. He needs some support. Carter almost got back in time. That's a confidence booster as the young man converts the try scored by Doug Howlett, and the All Blacks lead.
The New Zealand backs are coming forward. They're coming forward onto an up and under. Just gives them that extra yard to put pressure.
Straight through from Daniel Carter. Fine. Straight across to Spencer, missing out Carter to Umanga. Carter's there though. 22-metre line.
Same angle for Carter. Hooked the last one left.
Oh, that's a beauty. Now Mialamu sets it up. Carter. Rokafoko handling, moving inside. So now Devine feeds it off to Spencer. Into the gap goes Carter! Daniel Carter. First try in Test rugby. It's into the second half. Carter. Not such a flash pass. Carter though snaps it up well. Carter! And Carter sets it up and Umanga scores it.
That's exactly what happened. Very clever play by the young Carter, who has emerged tonight.
Daniel Carter has scored one of those tries. He's put together 20 points. The All Blacks have scored 8 tries. They've maintained their record of not having been beaten by the Welsh in 50 years. And they've won the match here tonight by 55 points to 3.
Today as he wears number 7, and of course in the back line Carlos Spencer is back. King Carlos at number 10. Spencer was the Super 12's top scorer and top playmaker too. The computer says these are currently the best 2 sides in the world, so it must be true. Well, in fact it is true. It's the champions of the 2 hemispheres. It promises to be a terrific occasion and a memorable match too. Marshall again. Here comes Nonu. To Dougie Howlett. Out to Spencer. Nonu, local boy, made such an impact in the Super 12. His first NPC season was last year. That's how quick his rise has been to the All Black jersey.
No weakness there. Tana Umunga and Nonu.
Marshall to Spencer. Umunga was the decoy. Here comes Nonu. Divine again, Spencer. All Blacks certainly have numbers out wide. Nonu nearly through. That's brave tackling from Wilkinson. Back though. Howlett. Rokothoko. Out to Nonu. Curran is waiting. Making sure. Howlett. That's a fine catch, and Ralph. Brilliant play. It's Nonu with number 25, having had his jersey ripped, his pride probably too, in view of this England second half performance, but nothing is won yet. New Zealand are going to come back very hard. Oh, there's a lot of space! There's a lot of space! It's a try! Yeah. Wilkinson trying to stay on his feet and getting one in the head for his troubles.
I think it was the hand there, wasn't it? I think there's a New Zealander come in with a deliberate stamp on Wilkinson's hand. It's Nonu who was stamped on Wilkinson there, and he knew what he was doing.
And Muliaina seemed to put a foot there on the line. The touch judge in a better position said no. There goes the siren. There goes Greenwood into touch. And there is history. England have won in New Zealand 100 years of All Black rugby, and now add to the famous victory of 1973, 2003. And make no mistake, this will be more than just a page in the history books. This is a chapter, and every one of these England players will love to read it in the years to come.